What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Ado's Picks, and today I'm joined by Kamden Plays. And we're going to give y'all, we got 4 bets for y'all today. We're going to do 3 straight bets. Cam has 2, I have 1. And then we'll also give you guys a parlay as well. I got a little threes lotto cooked up that we'll dive into and give you guys the research behind it while we're playing these plays and just overall, the research behind it. So we'll let Cam go ahead and start us off. Cam, you said you've been researching a lot, bro. What you got for us with your first play?
Yeah, so my first play today is John Collins over 20.5 points plus rebounds. I've done some research and I've done games without James Harden. And with 3 games without James Harden, he's went over this line 3 out of 3 times. His usage goes up 4.2%, and also he averages more field goal attempts as well. He's in a good matchup as well against the Cavs, as in 30% of his points come from spot up, and they rank 21st. Also, there's similar players that the Cavs have played against, and they've hit this line 76% of the time. So I feel like John Collins today can get a lot of usage without James Harden. He gets more field goal attempts, and also he has better splits at home too. He shoots 58% from the field, and also 44 from three. So I feel like if he gets enough attempts, which it shows that he gets more attempts without James Harden. I feel like if he's pretty efficient, he can hit this line pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a great prop there. I looked into just his points straight up. And what I really liked about it is, well, obviously Harden is out and traded to the Cavs. Oddly enough, they play each other today, but I liked how they gave up a lot of corner threes. Cleveland
Hmm.
does, so I feel like John Collins has a really nice matchup. I think they played earlier in the season, and it was just a terrible game all the way around. Like nobody's head-to-head stats looked good in that one, so I just abandoned that. So I'm with you on the Collins. I'll probably end up playing that one with you just because I loved it so much, and then you hop on and said you loved it too. So that'll be a great prop. Kind of leads me right into my prop as well. The prop I'm taking is going to be. Let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all. Get Props Madness loaded up. Cam, this is what you use as well for your research, I imagine. Props Madness.
Yes, it's great.
Oh, so that's fire. I'll go ahead and share my screen. That way we can walk through it together. And I'm looking to capitalize on the James Harden trade as well here. We're gonna go to points and rebounds and assists from Kawhi at 10.5. I really like this because without Harden, we obviously see that he is over this line in 3 out of the 4 games without Harden. A little bit of a smaller sample size, but if you really break this down, you can see he's double-digit potential rebounds and assists in every single matchup without Harden. So it's also a great spot for him as well. The only reason he didn't go over in his last game is because Dominic Barlow was playing like prime Wilt, stealing every rebound out there. So I got faith in Kawhi to crash the glass today. The Cavs are missing Mobley, which is a big rebounder for them. And then the assists as well. Someone's got to take on that primary playmaking role. It's not going to be Chris Dunn. It's not going to be Jordan Miller. It's tough to see what the Clippers are going to throw out there. And in this game against the Sixers, I watched this one pretty closely, and Kawhi's assists just looked amazing. If we look at strictly the assists, he's over in all 4 games without Harden on the year. So another thing I like is the pace as well. It's a really fast-paced matchup, so we're going to see a lot more opportunities because of more possessions. So with a close game, fast-paced, Kawhi's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. This is where he's going to thrive. So he's going to see high usage. His assist and rebound chances are going to increase, and his responsibility of grabbing boards is going to go up. So I look to see Kawhi everywhere throughout the game, stuff the stat sheet a little bit. I like the points too. If I'm looking strictly at the points, I didn't mind it, but I don't know. Or points, rebound, and assist, I should say. Just felt like the points line was a little high, so I just went strictly rebounds and assists there at 10.5.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it feels perfect to try to go ahead and capitalize on that Harden injury. I think that must have been one of the key angles for you too. So
Not for
I'm sure
sure.
we're not the only ones out there that's going to do it, but I like both for sure. Cam, you got one more straight bet for us. Where are you taking us with this next one?
Yeah, so my second straight bet would be Tari Eason over 12.5 points. You can get this at -120 on DraftKings. But he's hit this line over 70% in his last 10 games with KD, Sengun, Thompson, Jabari Smith. And this is with him playing at least 25 to 35 minutes. But the reason I picked this is because for some reason Celtics allow a lot of spot up shots, and Tari Eason is a catch and shoot guy, and his home splits is insane. When I saw this, he shoots 53% from three at home. When I saw that, I was like, wow. But
Yeah.
some of the players that's played against Boston, they've hit this line 71% of the time. Out of 7 times, it's been hit 5 times. So I feel like with him playing at home, also with KD coming back and having more of a role to make his role less. I feel like he can have a great game, a lot of spot up shots. If he hits his shots, he'll make this. Also, he a lot of more field goal attempts as well. Plus, he averages more field goal attempts with the filters that I have on. So I feel like if he can get open looks and knock him down, this bet will hit pretty easily.
Yeah, bro, that's another great prop there. Another one that I looked into heavily. Instead of playing the straight there on his points, I kind of pivoted to his threes for all the reasons you just said. He shoots the ball really, really well at home, 53%, which is wild. So that's a great split there. He's also in a very strong matchup versus Boston, as you pointed out. So I love the points. The points is the smart one to take, right? That's money right there. I'm going to go ahead and pair this up. I'm going to run a parlay with Tari Eason's 3 threes instead of taking the angle on the point. So in his last 20 games, playing 20 plus minutes, he's hit 2 threes in 16. He's hit three in half of those and 4 and 5 of the games. So a lot of volume, a lot of consistency. As you pointed out, the Celtics are going to give up a ton of spot up looks. They're going to take away those drives. And that's where Sengun, Thompson, that's where all those guys put pressure on the rim. So those kickouts are going to be there from their two primary facilitators, and I just hope that Tari is one of the main beneficiaries of it. Last time they played, Tari hit 4 threes in just 20 minutes. So I think for all the same reasons you pointed out, Cam, I'm a huge fan of it. I'm expecting at least 4 attempts tonight from Tari. If he shoots 4, so let's go ahead and look at it on PropsMadness. When he shoots at least 4, we see his numbers jump. Let's go max, yeah. So if he shoots at least 4, he's over. He hits 3 in 60% of the games, just about. It's a great angle on Tari Eason. So it's kind of wild. We linked up and pretty much played the same thing. We took the same angles on guys, just a little bit different. So makes me more confident in what we got for sure. Tari Eason though, I'm gonna pair him with Devin Vassell 3 threes as the other piece of this parlay. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Devin Vassell just coming back from injury. He's only been back for a few games now. But against the Thunder, I really like this. The Thunder give up a ton of catch and shoot looks. They're 29th in the league. And they're okay with guys like Devin Vassell beating you. You don't want to get beat by Wemby and Fox. You don't want to get beat at the rim, especially the Thunder. So the way they're going to do is funnel everything out. Vassell will be there. When we take a look at the head-to-head versus the Thunder, it looks pretty sharp, right? And this one, he took 5 threes, which I'm confident in. This was an off night for him. But other than that, 8 threes, 9 threes. When we see that type of volume, it's beautiful. We'll play it safe here and say 7 threes, right? He hits at least 3 in 60% of the games. Even if we see more volume, it just keeps going up, obviously. I really like the look on Tari Eason and Devin Vassell to each hit 3 threes tonight. That pays out around plus 700, which is really, really good odds for it. And the threes lottos for me has been money. It's been something that I've picked up as we went along in the season. So I'm a huge fan of it, and I think that's a good way to take my final bet. So before we get out of here, Cam, do you got any other like leans or stuff you were looking at that you haven't bet yet but you're eyeing? Just to give the people some more ideas of what we might be looking at.
Yeah, earlier I was looking at Scotty Barnes points, but I really didn't want to take it because like the Domantas Sabonis trade looming, maybe RJ Barrett gets shipped out or something like that, so that might screw with everything. But I really like the Scotty Barnes spot at 17.5 points on FanDuel. You can get that at minus 104. So I was really looking at that. And I was also looking in the Timberwolves game, but with Randall and Ant questionable and maybe, the Giannis trade happening and almost the whole team getting shipped out, I really couldn't place anything there. And also, there's a lot of teams on back to backs. There's a lot of question marks of who's going to be in, who's going to be out. So, I really got to give it some hours and wait till the injury reports really come out to really like confirm and place that play. But my one play I was looking at, my one lean was Scotty Barnes, and if things play out or if it drops to 16.5, I would definitely take it. So, but I just got to keep an eye on it and see how things go throughout the day.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. When you take that 16.5 with Scotty, his hit rate goes up a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important too if he ends on 17 a lot. The Wolves one threw me off a little bit too. I didn't have any leans on that. The only guy I could think of that I knew was safe if I was looking at the Wolves was McDaniels. I don't think he's involved in any trades, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just me. It's hard enough to find bets, right? Sometimes to try to account for trades and who's in and who's out just makes
Yep.
it tough. So I'm with you there. I kind of avoided the Timberwolves. I don't want to go through that whole process of knowing if someone even is going to be on the team later. To try to capitalize on the injury report a little bit, one thing that I was eyeing myself as like a lean, something I haven't bet yet, is Ty Jerome. Obviously,
Mm.
he's been killing in his first 2 games back. I'm just kind of hesitant because just got my bad. Kind of hesitant because he's on a 20-minute restriction, right? So with 20 minutes for him to get 16 points, obviously he's done it both times against a good Timberwolves defense. He's going to be the star of the show over here unless they start to play Cam Spencer some more. I don't know. It's just tough. But I think Ty Jerome at a base level gets 20 minutes. So I was looking at this as kind of a lean. I liked his assist too. 6 felt a little high, but I don't know. Just something I was looking at that I might add later down the line to try to capitalize on the injuries and the trades and stuff. Obviously, the Grizzlies just got rid of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I gotta mix in a OKC same game parlay too. That's a must. I don't know what I'm really aiming for. I know I like some stuff here, but there's even some injury news in this one that's throwing me off a little bit. Like Castle, I guess that would be another lean for me too. Just to give you all another lean that I was looking at as points and assists. If you look at Castle head to head, he loves playing the Thunder. And I think even last year too, yeah, 5 games in a row, he's killed us, got at least 24. So that's a good one too. He attacks the paint, and his potential assists is wild. Even like 16 potential assists is just nuts. So that was another lean. I'll probably mix that into the same game parlay though. Somehow water it down a little bit, but just some thoughts there.
So like with the Thunder game, I saw that Mitchell is questionable. That's a big factor in the game. I really got to wait to see if he's in or out because, that kind of changes a lot of things. He's a guy that, brings the ball up and kind of plays off of Shea, can distribute, can shot create for himself. So,
Hmm.
that's why I really didn't place anything in that Spurs and Thunder game. But I mean, that game is really intriguing. It should be close. So that'd be a good game for a same game parlay. I mean, also with Castle, that he's questionable, but
Yeah.
he's been killed OKC all year, so maybe he plays, maybe he doesn't. We'll see. But yeah,
Hmm.
today's slate is just it's tough right now, especially at 12:30. Like we don't really have a lot of concrete evidence, with injuries and trade news. So like I
Yeah.
said, you just got to give it a few hours, let things play out, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. I mean, but outside of that though, bro, I think we found 4 great plays. Like I'm a huge fan of the angles we took. And I think, like I talked about earlier, it's a good sign that we took similar angles to it. I think that's money. So should be a pretty good day. Looking to be a bounce back day for me and the Discord as a whole. Really, it's just kind of been slow, right? Obviously, Rome went crazy yesterday with live bets, and maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe I need to start looking at taking some more lives as things progress. Because Rome was killing it yesterday. Did you
He
see what he was
was.
doing?
Yeah, but Cooper Flag and Mark Williams, I saw that. I was like, dang, it's
Hmm.
pretty good.
Yeah, it was fire. So good to see. Well, if you guys are locking any props, let us know down below in the comments. We'll go ahead and let us know if you're tailing. Like I said, Discord is in the description, and also my Props Madness code and link is in the description as well. So check both of those things out if you want the rest of our plays as we progress through the day. And I appreciate you guys making it this far in the video.
Peace out.
Appreciate you as well, Ken.
Yes, sir.